everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. I'm your host, Tony Scorpio, with my co-host Deception. Deception, say hi.
What up?
Sorry, I was in the middle of my body wanted to burp, but I don't know, just didn't happen. Anyway, welcome back to the 83rd episode. It's glad to be back. We kind of took a little hiatus. We had our vacations. Deception got sick. But we're back. And I moved to, which was a lot. I'm now officially moved to my college town, and I have the start of my new streaming setup. Listen, guys, when my streaming setup's all done, I'm probably gonna do. I haven't done one of these videos in a long time because I took the other one down, so you can't even find it. But I think I'm gonna do a room tour for YouTube, because this is the first time in like 2.5 years where I've had like a room for like streaming and everything. I mean, my clothes are in here too. It's a two. Riss and I got a 2-bedroom apartment. Uh, so we have our bed in one room, and then Riss has the rest of the room for their stuff, and then I have the smaller second bedroom for my stuff and my setup. That way I can like close the door and
Yeah.
Riss can like focus on schoolwork and not me being obnoxious. Sometimes I am. I can't lie. I gotta be self-aware. Sometimes I'm obnoxious. And I'm building a desk to come in here. It's almost done. Just gotta finish sanding it and put some stain on it. Some protective coating as well. But it's gonna be it's a sick desk. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I've been kind of keeping it under wraps. Only 2 people in the gaming world know what it looks like, and that's Deception and Hugs. So they're very privileged on the information. Um, but once that desk is moved in here and I've got all the pictures up, I'm still trying to figure out where I want to hang everything because I don't have everything yet. We're doing the last bit of moving today. Getting the last
Ooh.
of our stuff. Yeah, we're bringing our dining room table and our little like coffee stand today, so we'll be able to like finish everything. And who knows? Maybe if Riss is up to it, I'm not gonna like make any promises, but if Riss is up to it, maybe we can do a whole apartment tour or something like that. But definitely a set of room tour for sure, cause this is gonna be a nice room. I can't really do a lot to it because it's an apartment, but the walls are all white, so I gotta zhuzh it up a little bit, with some artwork and some stuff. So yeah, and then once I get my
Mm.
desk in here and everything. But who knows? Maybe I'll do some streams this week, so you guys need a little sneak peek on what's going
Yeah.
on. Um, but yeah. So what have you been up to, Deception? Run us back since the last from like a month ago, really, um, almost.
From a month ago, playing the first Senate.
Yeah, yeah. How's that been?
um, I mean, other than playing the first Senate, I mean, I went on vacation and got sick during vacation, which sucked. But
Didn't you have to come back
it's
early?
fine.
You had to come back early too because of the Hurricane Debbie.
Yeah, it was crazy because the weather was actually pretty good until Sunday. Sunday it rained quite a bit, and Sunday was when we started getting an idea of like how bad it would be because
Mhm.
at the time it was a tropical storm.
Okay.
Um, and we were all looking at the weather because obviously, like, we were going to be eventually in the path of it. Um, and on Sunday, it was like, oh, it's not going to come until Wednesday or Thursday, and we were leaving on Tuesday, so it was like, oh, we're good. Like, um, I mean, obviously, it was starting to rain, but it wasn't like the hurricane level rains or whatever. Um, but then on Monday morning, um, my mom woke me up and she was like, "Yeah, we're leaving today because um not only did the not only is the storm getting here quicker than we anticipated, it should be here like tonight or tomorrow morning. Um it
Damn.
also got upgraded to a hurricane, because it intensified really bad.
Well, I mean, it's
So
like, hold on, I'm trying to play with my filters. Hold on, wait. Okay. No, maybe. Okay. Um, so like, I mean, it was a pretty brutal storm. Like, it made it all the way up here to New York, which is pretty rare. So I'm glad you guys got out
wow.
of there. Yeah, it was bad too. Like, um,
Yeah, literally like on the drive home, I was looking at like what was happening. And because I was just curious and I was like, okay, I'm really glad we got out of here.
yeah. Yeah, me too. I mean, it was not good. You know, I mean, I know from like here, for example, I mean, there's a lot of flooding, um, which if you guys don't know, New York gets a lot of rain, so it takes a lot to flood, in upstate New York. So we've got some pretty good like infrastructure in place to prevent that. Unless there's heavy rain, like a hurricane, because we don't get hurricanes. We get a lot of rain over like a period of few days. We don't get a lot of like downpour like that. So there's power outages and flooding. It was really bad. A lot of people were like stuck in their homes. So I'm glad you got out of there because it probably would have been even worse because we just got like the little like we got like the little like sprinkles left over. Not the
Yeah, I
not the
mean,
main
it
not the
was
main
like
thing.
I know Florida got hit really bad. Florida was the worst. Um, and then it's sort of like it started to like trail off when it got up into like Georgia, South Carolina area, but it still was bad. Um, like I was looking at it like as I was going home and like the day after I got home, I was like, oh, this was bad.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm glad that you guys got out of there. I'm sorry your vacation got cut short though. But from what I heard, you had a good time while you were there. I mean, you were telling me about the food you were eating, and
Oh, dude, it was so good.
that's one of my favorite parts of vacation. And like going somewhere else is just like the different foods you get to eat. Because when you're home, you have your standard like places you go to. But when you go out to eat, there's different cuisine and like just different restaurants and different things to try. So
It's true.
hey,
We had some good food while we were there. It was we definitely had fun while we were there, and it only got cut like a day short, so it wasn't that bad. But
well, it's good
I'm
at
glad
least.
we got out of there
Oh yeah, me
ultimately.
too. I mean, if you guys didn't get out of that day, you probably would have stuck. You probably would have been stuck there.
Yeah, we probably would have been stuck there the rest of the week, to be honest. Like that's the bad part is like it was really weird. Like
Think about
that's even what my mom was saying is she was like we should probably like leave because we don't leave we might be stranded here.
yeah. So, I mean, good thing everyone is safe. And hopefully everyone else hopefully it wasn't too bad. Where it got hit bad, but it's where the world's going. I mean, these hurricanes are just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. It's how the world works. Uh, sorry, I just choked on my own spit again. Um, but you know, eh, I'm glad you had fun on your vacation though. I saw that you were you guys like staying on the beach, like in like a hotel or something, or on a beach house?
It was it was 10 floors, but it was more like condos than hotel
Oh, okay.
rooms.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, we stayed on the 10th floor and we were like beachfront basically. Like
Nice.
it was literally just a short walk onto this like it was a short walk down to the bottom and down this like boardwalk for
Mhm.
like maybe like less than a quarter of a mile and we're on the beach. And I was like, okay, this is awesome.
Well, I saw the picture you posted, and it looked like you guys were right there. So that's
Oh yeah, it
awesome.
was awesome. It was great.
The beach is great. The beach is great if you love the beach. If you hate the beach sucks. But I feel like that's like something I've learned is like people either love or hate the beach, and like it's usually for like one defining factor, and this it's the sand.
I mean, I agree. Um, I don't enjoy the sand, especially when it's really hot and it burns my feet.
I hate the sand.
Um, and like one of the things that was happening in the condo is because we would all have sand on our feet, obviously from being on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you walk through like the hallways and into the kitchen and stuff, you get sand on your feet, and it was like, bruh, this,
Yeah.
this is not fun.
Her sandals then? My love. That's true. Just wear sandals, period. Um, no, but the sand does get really, really hot. That's like my I say that's probably like my least favorite part of the beach. I mean, I love the beach, don't get me wrong. When we went to the beach on our vacation, it was great. It's just like the
Yeah.
aftermath of like sand everywhere. But, in a place like that's why I like being on vacation though, when you go to the beach, is because when you go home, the sand is like gone. Like as long as you like do it right and like get the sand out of everything before you leave, you know, the place that you stayed at, yeah, it's sand ridden for the rest of its life. But you, you're not. One good shower at home, one wash of the clothes, and you're sand free.
That is true.
So, dude, yeah, we went to the beach like a few of the days that we were there. So we were there for as you guys know, I went to San Diego for my vacation and for the Pride Parade. And we went to a couple different beaches. And let me tell you, it was great. We went there was only one beach that was like actually like swimmable because of a bunch of things going on with like the water and everything. Um so we went to that beach the most. But we also went back to the nude beach.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, because we went there last summer. We went there last summer, and it was really busy on the day that we went. And so we're like, oh, let's go again, Because I mean, it was fun. I mean, like, how many times in your life do you get to go to like a nude beach? You know what I mean? Like, how many times in your life do you get to experience that? So the fact that like we have family that lives out there, and it's like a 30-minute drive, which I learned that in like cities like that, a 30-minute drive is like forever for people. Like they won't go somewhere because of how long
Yeah.
it is. But like here, like at home, like you gotta drive like 30 minutes to go to the store sometimes.
Dude,
Like
that's
Deception
me.
knows.
Like, if I want to go to a nice steakhouse, I got to drive like an hour, bro.
Yeah. Like you gotta drive to go places, but there you don't. Um like 20 minutes is like the max people will go.
Yeah,
But yeah,
like I have a friend that lives in Salt Lake City, and she's like, and I'll be thinking about like what I want to eat, and she'll just be like, "Oh, I could get Taco Bell. It's like right across the street." I'm like, "Bruh, imagine."
imagine, dude. Well, like for me, like I mean, I'm kind of lucky because I live in like a college town, so everything's pretty walkable, right? But like, there's not a lot here. I mean, if I want like, Riz and I really like bubble tea. If you want bubble tea, the closest one is like 40 minutes away. You know, so it's like it doesn't seem very bad to us, but whatever. But anyway, so we went to the beach, had a good time. Uh, the nude beach this time was kind of weird because what we've learned is it's only weird if you make it weird, you know. And there were some people that made it weird.
I mean, yeah.
There were some like middle-aged men that like walked up to us and like talked to us, and like this one guy asked if we wanted to like hang out with him, and I'm like, no, no, we're just here to mind our own business. You mind your own business. Like, they were fully clothed too. Like no shame on them. Like if you don't want to be, whatever, you don't want to do what the beach is doing, that's fine. But don't like make it weird for other people by walking up to them and talking to them. Like I'm just like, we were there like minding our own business, reading our books, you know. And he just like walked up to it was two different guys too, and I was just like, what kind of vibes are we giving off to where we want to be talked to right now? Like leave us alone. Like we're just trying to enjoy our vacation and relax before we have to start school in a month.
True.
But and then we went to the Pride Parade. which I I've gone to a couple different pride parades, but they're like pretty small ones. So they're like, like small town, upstate New York pride parades. So they're not like huge or anything. And I didn't realize that like San Diego is like one of the biggest prides in the world. Like it's one of the biggest pride parades of the world. And so we went, and Riss's aunts, the ones that live in San Diego, they're also gay. So we went with them. They like set up a tent because they have a 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old. And so we were all under this tent. We had like food, and so we just sat and watched this parade. The parade was like, so the parade here, like, or the pride parade that we usually go to is like 30 minutes max, like max 30 minutes, right? This one was like 4 hours. Like we were there for 4 hours watching these people go by. And let me tell you, I have never seen that many like people part of the LGBTQ plus community in my life in one place. Ever in my life, I've ever seen that many people in one place. That weren't like, and it was like, and it was all sorts of people, and people were like also supportive. And there's a few other things, but I'm not gonna say it on stream because I think it would break to us. But I'll tell you later, Deception.
Oh God.
Let's just say, there was there were some floats that were pretty amusing. But so it was just great though, because there's like kids there, that were like with their parents, and like their parents weren't even like their parents were like straight, but they went and they're like exposing their children to this, which is great, and then people were handing out, different like stickers, bags, fans, whole nine. It was hot as balls. But there was like music, and then there was a festival after, in like the park that was like right next to where the parade ended at the festival. And they had a bunch of different like artists and stuff like that play, and so we went. And so, as you guys know, I just turned 21, like July 1st, right? So this is like the first like big event where I could drink at. So you best believe I went and got my like over 21 bracelet, and like it was great. And they had like one of the performers was Inception. Have you ever heard of Rico Nasty? She like popped off on TikTok a while ago. She performed at the festival, so that was
You
cool.
said, have you ever heard of Rico Nasty? Like I'm like 45.
Yeah, but I mean, Deception. Oh, that's right. You do listen to like rap and stuff like that. Okay, sorry. I'm used to being around people that like we haven't chatted in a while. I forget things. Anyway, so Rico performed, which was like awesome. It was a great performance. The place was packed. Park was packed. There'd be like there would be at least 1,000 people in that section. And there was like 4 different stages in the park. She was at the main one, and listen, man, the one like Rico song that I know, like I know a few Rico songs, okay, but like I don't know them all. I'm a fake fan. But the one that I knew played while I was in line getting another drink. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, this is like the worst timing ever. So I'm like in line. Briss is like standing over to the side because they're not 21. So they weren't drinking. And so I was like, getting another drink. And I was like in line, and Riss and I were like singing back and forth while I was in line because we couldn't like try to like, get the one song that we both knew. But and then we like walked back, and then it was fun. It was a really good time. And so I highly recommend going to like a big pride event like that, because that was great. That was like one of the main reasons why we went when we did. And the other reason was that like it was Riss's aunt's birthday that week, so we got to celebrate her birthday with her too, which was nice. And then her and I went out to a bar together because Um, for two reasons why I wanted to go out. Well, three actually. Three. It was her birthday, so obviously, like, and her wife doesn't drink anymore. So I was just like, hey, like, let's go out for a drink. Like, your wife's, doesn't drink anymore, but I do, and so let's go out for a drink. And she was like, yeah. And then the other reason why I wanted to is I hadn't gone out to a bar yet as like the legal drinker. So I was like, I kind of want to do that. And then the third reason, well, yeah, third reason, there's a lesbian bar, like 20, like not even like it was like 5 minutes from their house. So I was just like, we gotta go there. I've never been to one before. And let me tell you, this lesbian bar is exactly what you would expect for a lesbian bar. Very much.
I didn't really know what to expect, but okay.
It had like, those like those like greenery walls where it's just a bunch of like vines and stuff like that. They're fake. And then there's like a neon sign. That it was pretty much like the vibes of it. One wall was literally just vines and neon signs. And they were still like decorated from Pride too, so there was like flamingos hanging from the ceiling. So it was really cool. But I don't know. It was a good vacation for sure. And I'm glad that I went on vacation and I had a good time, but I'm also glad to be home, because we moved. And now I get to game again, dude. I need to update Xdefiant so we can grind a little bit. I know you've been playing the First Ascendant, but
yeah, I was gonna say, what's Xdefiant?
What's Xdefiant? The game that you're gonna be competing in, Deception. Per my knowledge, anyway. But damn. All right, so we spent like half the podcast catching up. What else has happened since we've been gone? COD Champs, Optic One, hashtag Let's Go Greenwall.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was that was great. They deserve that. I mean, like, that's just. I mean, seeing their faces too when they won, like, that was just. It was good. It's wholesome. And I watched like the Around the Bar. I watched the Around the Bar with with Shotzi, and like that man like doesn't drink or anything, like smoke or anything. So like everyone else was like, I'm guessing fucked up, and he was just chilling.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching that one.
Yeah. He talked about his bad trip when he fucking. Listen, this man like hit like a Benjamin, if you would, and like hit it like multiple times for his first time ever, and he was probably tripping so hard, like I can't even like.
I love how Hitch was just like, did you not just think to only hit it once?
He was like, you like, like he was like going hardcore, like that was just, that was funny. I like the Around the Bars. They're very I like watching them. They're very informational because they're always about good, like, cool people too, and you always learn a little bit something new because they're like long form interviews in like podcast format.
Yeah.
But
I really like the one that he did with Kenny.
Oh yeah.
I love the whole segment where he was just like, where Hitch was just like, there's so many games where I'm just like, that's my favorite game of all time.
Yeah. I also really like the one he did with Butters, but that's just because I'm a long-term Butter fan. Like, I mean, part of it is the fact they were both named Hannah, so like, and she was like a big inspiration to me as I was like coming up as a creator. So, I like that one too. But I'm just partial to Butters, and she's kind of funny too.
I wasn't like. I watched that one because I saw the Shotzi one, just started binge watching the rest of them while I was grinding the First Ascendant while I was sick. And like I knew like I knew Butters. Like I had watched some of her videos. I'd seen a lot of the stuff I'd seen from Butters was like when she would go to COD Next and stuff. But like I knew who she was, but I thought that episode was really good. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
Well, like her camel
Um,
grinding videos is the reason why I started doing camel grinding videos. Fun fact.
I really like with her doing. I mean, I know that I know there's a chance that they probably just put her in the content stuff because she was there for around the bar or whatever. But with her doing around the bar and doing some content stuff with Optic, it just makes me wonder.
Well, she was part of Atlanta Phase, and so, like, I don't know, was it 2022 or something? Or 2023 even? But she was part of the Atlanta Phase team, so maybe, maybe there's some talks. Maybe there's some talks going on of her possibly joining Optic. I think she'd be a really great pickup for the team. I mean, they need like another, I think they need another like long term creator, but I think she just bought a house somewhere, so I don't think she'd actually move to Texas. She might, but I don't think she would. Uh, I don't know where
I
she
don't
would.
know.
She just bought a house like not too long ago, so she might. But who knows? I think she'd be great for Optic, honestly. Like adding her into the content because I feel like her is like one of the other like main core content people would be good, and the COD community loves her. Like, there's not a lot of women
Yeah,
that
that's one of the things that like Hitch was talking about was like her consistency level of like how even though the COD content cycle is the way it is,
mm-hmm.
and how multiplayer sort of like fluctuates
Yeah, she's
throughout the
always.
year, she's always consistent.
Mm-hmm.
She's
And
always got consistent viewers. Her videos do consistently well.
mm, I mean, like, and she really is one of like the few women that like create content for like Call of Duty that like the community like doesn't hate on, you know? Because most of the time, like, I mean, she's good, so like, and then but people when they see that she's good, they don't like, you know, be like, oh, you're cheating or whatever, or at least there's no like public scandals or anything like that. Of accusations of her cheating because one, she's been around for so long in the community. I mean, she's earned the respect that she gets. Uh, Not saying that other women don't, but I'm just saying that she has. And I feel like that's one problem with like a lot of like why a lot of organizations are scared to pick up women is because I mean I could go on a whole tangent about this, but a lot of the time that they face like a lot of backlash, and they don't want to like receive that backlash and lose a lot of their like following for picking up a certain creator. But I feel like Butters wouldn't let that wouldn't happen with her just because she's so beloved by the COD community. I mean, people shit on her because of how like positive she is, but like if that's what she's getting shit on for,
That's so weird.
yeah, like because everyone's just like because I've seen people be like, oh my god, why is she so like you know up and up all the time? But
I'm like, why not?
why not? You know what I mean? Like her slogan is literally positivity and happiness. Like how can you hate someone that literally is just like, I hope your day is filled with positivity and happiness? Like,
Bro, like
come on.
if you hate on somebody because they're happy all the time, like you need to get some stuff checked out. You need to figure it out.
Yeah, literally. Like, and she's so sweet too. That's like one person. There's like a few people that I really just like love to meet that like kind of like I idolized or and idolize continually like throughout my career in gaming. And one is Butters for sure because she is just like she's inspired me like through and through, and she just seems like a genuine person. So, hey Butters, if you're listening to this, all right, hit me up. I'd love to chat with you. We're like the same person. You're just like 10 years ahead of me. Um, I'm also the president of my esports club at college, okay? Um, let's be friends. We're both named Hannah. Like, come on. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know what else has been going on in the gaming world. There's been a lot of like freaking scandals of like people being horrible people. There was the rebrand of Seattle Surge to the Vancouver Surge. There's the rebrand of the Subliners to New York Cloud 9, I think.
Yeah, they did that like right before Champs.
Yeah. So, and then the Esports World Cup. Oh god, I have not been keeping track of anything. Oh my god. All right, Esports World Cup. Sports Cup 2024. Take a look at here. This week starts Call of Duty, StarCraft, and FC 24.
Yeah, this is like the end of the Esports
Yeah.
World Cup for this year.
I think it was a great start of the year. I mean, it's got a lot of publicity, a lot of different things. Matches start. Match 1
Well, I mean,
is tomorrow.
And we also have to note that the IOC, who oversees everything involved with the Olympics, has approved an esports Olympic Games.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh my god, that's what we forgot to talk about, the Olympics. Oh my god. Anyway, but matches for the Call of Duty starts this week, so like tomorrow.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow. We got group play.
Yeah.
For the first time since like BO4, we've got group play for a COD tournament.
Yep. First match is Optic versus Omit Brooklyn. So we finally get the CDL teams versus the Challenger teams, which is really cool. So
and the cool thing is all the CDL teams, well, I won't say all the CDL teams, unless they end up like some of them just haven't said anything yet. A lot of the CDL teams are sporting their parent company names.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Like
they've unveiled like new jerseys and everything for it.
Yeah, like Subliners, Optic. I'm assuming FaZe as well. Oh, is FaZe even? Yeah.
It's weird because I don't know if FaZe is or not.
No, Atlanta FaZe. Yep. They're doing.
Well,
Atlanta
I mean,
FaZe.
technically, Atlanta FaZe is under Atlanta Esports Ventures, so it kind of makes sense that they keep Atlanta FaZe. But...
And then 100 Thieves is under 100 Thieves. But yeah.
I have a hot take about the 100 Thieves jersey, but you know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I think the 100 Thieves jersey looks horrible.
Yeah.
It's instead of them plastering 100 Thieves across the chest, it's Lexus.
Yeah, sounds about right. Gotta get them brand deals, man.
Yeah, but like they already have Adidas on one like shoulder patch. Why don't they just put Lexus on the other shoulder patch and do 100 Thieves in gold?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I saw that and I was like, looking at the contrast between the jerseys because somebody posted the Optic 100 Thieves. Optic's just got big Optic in green across the chest, and 100 Thieves got big Lexus.
You can't even see like the 100 Thieves. Fucking, you can't even see it. All right. Well, shit. All right. Anyway.
Like, it's cool. Like, if Optic and 100 Thieves play, they're going to walk out and it's going to be like, oh, it's Optic versus Lexus.
Yeah, literally. Let's confuse everybody. But so that's exciting. Okay, so we got to talk about the Olympics because there's a lot of, so it's over now. It's officially over. They did closing ceremonies on Monday.
Yep.
Or Sunday, maybe. I think Sunday.
I think it was Sunday.
I think it was Sunday.
It's like they did a lot of the final events happened like really early in the morning for us.
Hello, my love.
I'm gonna make lemonade with fresh lemons. Would you like some?
Yes, please. How was your shower?
It's steamy.
Steamy?
Our fan doesn't really.
No. I love you.
Love you.
Sorry, a little bit walked in. Fresh out the shower. Anyway, so yeah, the Olympics happened. They're done. They're over. congratulations to everyone that medaled. Um, but I did want to talk about a few like notable things. First of all, breakdancing was in the Olympics this year. It was I love breakdancing and dancing in general. I feel like people that
The
can
only
break
thing I've
dance.
seen from breakdancing is that one chick that did horrible.
Yeah, that's literally all I've been seeing, and like I think she's like I feel like she's like the sole reason why like breakdancing is not coming back is because of her. She made such a mockery of it. And I understand people are trolling it and everything like that, but like like she scored
I don't know.
zero.
I thought it was kind of weird that breakdancing was even a thing in the Olympics, but that's just
Listen,
me.
breakdancing is a hard thing to do. Like you've got to have strength to be able to do some of the things that these people are doing. I mean, if you look at all the people that were doing it, do you notice they were all like super fit? Like,
I only saw that one girl doing it. That's how much
yeah,
that's how much apparently breakdancing actually hit the internet because
yeah.
I only saw that video of that chick who got 0 points. I saw zero video of any other breakdancing stuff.
Yeah, so I feel like there definitely could have been it definitely could have been done better. I personally, from what I know with breakdancing, and just from what I know about it in general, I feel like it was just very like poorly done. So I think a little bit's on like the Olympics in general, like the Olympic Committee and the way that they ran it, and obviously like the way that it blew up. Everyone seeing the Australian breakdancer, not all the other ones, like the ones that got the gold medals, for both the men's and the women's. So and honestly, like give me like a shot or two and a hit of something to take away the pain of my back, and I could probably do what she did. Honestly, jump around like a kangaroo and fold in half like a folding chair. I could
Get
do
0
it.
points.
I could definitely do it. I mean, and like she had a cool name too, like Raygun. Like that's a pretty cool name. Coming from like Call of Duty, everything. But she didn't. She didn't disappoint per se, but she didn't do what she was going there to do. Like, and it made kind of like a mockery of the the section of the Olympics. So
Yeah.
and then there was the guy that won the shooting event, the pew pew event, without any of the like technical stuff. Because I mean, if you watch,
Dude, I didn't even know that people wore all that stuff. I saw
Yeah,
that
I
guy and I
do.
was like, oh, it just looks like a normal guy. And I
Yeah.
saw like people like doing like people that had all these crazy goggles on with like
Mm-hmm.
doing weird stances. And I'm like,
Yep.
bro, how hard is it to shoot a gun? Like, oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
mean, geez. I mean, it's kind of disappointing that the United States didn't win that one just based
Yeah, I'm
off of
like,
our
bro,
track
if
record.
we like if we took a bunch of the people that do that to innocent civilians, I think we would gold medal that event.
I know,
And
that's
we
what
don't
I'm
need any of
saying.
that
Give
stuff.
them an AR-15 and just let them do what they need to do. I mean, obviously, probably wouldn't end well. They probably wouldn't hit the target at hand. They'd probably, quote unquote, misfire into the crowd. But, give them a chance. Put up some extra security, clear the stands, have only the cameras there, no camera
I
crew.
just love how that was the main meme. Is like, how did the U.S. not win this?
Yeah, I mean, but seriously though, like we have the most like deaths via like weapons of the pew pew
Dude,
variety
it
in the
literally like
world.
even if we didn't bring anybody um even if we didn't bring anybody that shot other people, we could just bring rednecks there and they would probably
Yes,
win too.
literally, just bring in all the rednecks. The ones that vote against gun
We have such an
control.
arsenal of people that could shoot guns and like somehow we don't win that event.
Yeah, literally, like they're just picking the wrong people. You know. Hold on,
They're
man.
getting too technical with it.
I
We need
wanna
to bring a
see-
guy that's a lot like the guy from Turkey and we'll win.
Yeah, I mean that man's literally he killed that. I mean, let's see here. We got. I mean, it looks like we got a couple rednecks. But not the kind of rednecks that we were hoping. That we were thinking about.
No, we gotta have the ones that like wear camo and overalls.
Yep. The ones that kind of talk not that right, you know? The ones that suck at English, but we need those people to come out of the woodworks.
Like he only has an 8th grade education, but he won a gold medal in shooting.
Yep. That's what we need. That's what America's all about, man. That's what the USA is all about. But I don't know, man. I thought, like, considering, I mean, that just goes into more depth about, like, the whole issue around gun control and everything in the United States, you know, that, like, these countries, they're really great at, you know, sharpshooters, but we're still the number one. And it's a whole thing. We don't get into that on this podcast, but I think it's just funny. That's the thing that everyone was taking away from it. And that guy really, he just like pulled up, he's like me in GTA, you know, hopped off his motorcycle, wearing a freaking like wolf mask and just won, you know?
It was
And
cool.
It was cool.
Like, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was mostly interesting because I didn't even know that everybody wore all that crazy stuff.
I didn't either.
Because like I saw that guy, I saw them talking about that guy, and I was like, he just looks like a normal guy with a
Mhm.
gun. Like, what's the meme here? Like this guy looks like everybody that probably is in this competition. And I saw all the other pictures, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
is it that
they're
crazy? Like,
souped up, man.
you got to have all this just to be able to shoot a target? Like, are
Well,
we
like,
serious right now?
like a lot of it's for like blurriness, I guess. To like make sure that you know you're not like closing your eye because then that messes with your overall thing. Then just rather like than just like covering it, and then there's like you know like magnification.
I don't know. I just think that part is weird because, in my opinion, like I feel like we shouldn't be wearing all this stuff if we're not going to use it in like the military. Like,
That's fair.
why would you wear all this? Like, if they gave all that stuff to people in the military, it would go a lot better for some people.
Yeah.
It'd be like if you were playing basketball, but you were given a glove, so you never lost control of the ball.
Yeah. I mean, like there's some things that like are like there's I mean as like time goes on and everything like these enhancements to ability will come on like shoes that make you like shoes that help with certain things or like
There used to be shoes that helped with your vertical, and they got banned by the NBA.
yeah, so like those kind of things like yeah, there's going to be different tech that enhances abilities. But when like there's a line I feel like that shouldn't be crossed, and I feel like with that it's just a little excessive in my opinion. Because a lot of it is testing like raw ability, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why he went so viral for winning is because it was his raw ability. He didn't have all that like gear and everything, and
Yeah, he was straight up just talented.
yeah. So like I feel like that's kind of like the yes, my love.
Last time I'll bother you. Do you want me to make you a toasted ham and cheese sandwich?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
You're okay.
I love how that door sounds like a dog crying every time you open it.
A dog crying. That's funny. Yeah, every freaking door in this apartment is squeaky.
Donington WD-40, bro.
Like our main door into the apartment, it like screams. Like you open it a little bit and it opens the rest of the way because it's like an old house and like everything's like slanted in some sort of fashion. So it opens and it just like screams at you as it opens.
Oh, so you could probably have your headphones on and like door closed playing games and you'd know if Risk came home.
Yeah. Like sometimes like there's like a spot in this room where I put my chair and I'll just like it just like slides me down to the rest of the room. Our like kitchen floor is like slanted a little bit, so if you drop something that like rolls, it'll roll the other side of the room. I mean,
y'all need to put like a drain at the middle of the floor. So like if you spill something, it just automatically cleans itself up.
Yeah, that would be yeah. I mean, this house was built in like the 1850s, so it's not surprising that like it's kind of wonky. But you know what? It's home.
It was built in the 1850s.
Yeah.
That house is older than telephones and electricity.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's been like remodeled, but like it not recently. I mean, there's electricity, but
That's crazy.
yeah, it's an old house, but it's Demier. She's petite. She's classic. She's chic. She's vintage. Um, and that's our apartment. But anyway, back to what we were talking about, the Olympics. But yeah, anytime someone uses things, so like I think like the basis of the Olympics was testing raw skill. I mean, obviously, like the basis of it was like testing the warriors of lands, and like the best of the best, in different countries, which is still kind of true. But there's a lot of different things that have been added that kind of take away that raw skill. Um, like in swimming, the cabin goggles. Um, there's different things that'll make you like faster, but there's not really anything that like really you can use to propel through the water. That
I don't know. I feel like the goggles are like essential.
Yeah, like the goggles and the cap is essential because like if
If
you
you don't
didn't
have
have the
the
cap,
goggles, your eyes are burning.
oh yeah, from the chlorine, oh, absolutely. No, trust me, been there. Okay, cap essential because if you don't have a cap, you gotta shave your head because that drag. I don't know if listen, deception. I know you've probably never had hair as long as mine. Um, but like the
I was gonna say,
drag.
what do you mean cap? I don't need cap.
Yeah, well that's just because you don't have a lot of hair. But like the
No cap.
drag that you get from having your hair down, dude, it is horrible. It's like adding another like 10 pounds to your already 10-pound head. Um, and then like the suits, they're just like skin tight. Like it's not like it's gonna make you go any faster. They're just skin tight to like create less drag. It'd be like swimming naked.
Okay.
It's just like
I don't know. I feel like swimming they could be worse though, because like if you're if you're blessed in the boob department, yeah, that's more drag.
yeah, it is. That's why that those suits that they wear, it compresses everything. Dude, like it's you go from a triple D to an A real quick.
Oh, speaking of being blessed in certain bodily areas,
Oh my
did you
god,
see
the
that
French pole
the pole
vaulter?
vaulter?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that was kind of a blessing and a curse, but
Yeah, I mean like he could have gotten like I think he was gonna get like a medal. Like he was like he missed a medal because of it. But then he got I saw this thing. I don't know if it's 100% true or not because it's the internet, you never know. But I saw that he got an offer from an adult film company
that would not surprise me.
because of his blessing in body
That would
image.
not surprise me.
Um his blessing and a
Honestly,
curse.
I would not doubt the fact that that's true.
Yeah. It's like there's always like a few moments that people remember from the Olympics, and that's definitely one of them that I think people will take away.
I don't
And
know. It's weird because like I feel like this is I don't know if I don't know if the Olympics just hit the internet more than normal or what. But I don't remember anything being this meme worthy from any other Olympics before.
I mean, there's like a few, but they were more niche, like
Like if you ask me anything that happened in 2016 or 2021, which would be I would say the 2 years where you could have made something super meme worthy because that's when that kind of stuff started really popping off.
mm,
I wouldn't say you would have gotten many memes out of anything before then. Um, I don't remember anything. You could
I
I
mean,
don't remember anything from 2016 or 2021 at all.
I think I have a few that might jog your memory because there's a few that like come to mind for me personally. I mean, there's like Simone Biles, which I feel like should come to mind for everybody, like her mental health thing that went on with the last Olympics. But then there's this meme, the Michael Phelps meme. I don't even remember what Olympics it was from. 2016 Olympics. This meme, I recreated that meme on the pool deck. I don't even know how many times. I don't know if that was just a swimming thing, but that was definitely like what we did. Um the lifeguard meme. I've seen that one a lot. The lifeguard at the Olympics, most useless job ever.
I saw that one this year, but I never saw it before.
Oh, I've seen that lots of times before. I mean, this guy from this Olympics, this man is like, everyone's been calling him like Clark Kent, from the glasses to the no glasses. But no, I think you're right though. I think it's just because like the world is finally like caught up to
I'm telling you, I don't remember any like memes or anything as weirdly notable as
Mhm.
some of the stuff that's happened in this Olympics before.
Yeah, this is the
Like-
headgear that we were talking about that they were wearing for the shooting.
Obviously, there's all like the cool stuff of
Mhm.
people who are actually like very talented and all that, winning medals. But I've never seen stuff like the shooting guy or
Yeah.
the French pole vaulter. I've never seen anything like that happen at any
Yeah.
other Olympics.
Paris Olympics have been incredible for athletic memes. Correct. That's funny actually. But I feel like I mean,
I'm like, dude, like you gotta like that guy's bending himself into a pretzel just to shoot a target, and the other guy's just like, I'm just gonna put my hand in the pocket and I'm good.
yeah, look at him.
He didn't even
He's
have
th-
both
he's
eyes
th-
closed.
He's
Like,
throwing it
bro,
back. He's throwing it back to get that.
he didn't
shot.
even like that guy didn't even close one eye. Like he's just chilling.
Then there's this guy. Pummel horse guy. I mean, I think it's just because the internet oh my god. This woman right here, the rugby player, I remember her from the last Olympics. She popped off on my For You page. She did a lot of cool stuff, but she like really popped off this year too, with like her little snack of like a huge fucking croissant. But you know, I feel like
Speaking of a croissant, I have a picture to send you now.
oh my god, I forgot that the surfer lost his pants. But I mean, like, I feel like, you know, I feel like the internet finally caught up to where us, you know, or younger generations at. Because I feel like my generation anyway, like Gen Zers, I think we've kind of already been here, and I feel like now more and more people are starting to get onto the internet, understand it. You know, like our parents, not as much as our parents, like, you know, like 70 and up, but like definitely 70 and below. You know, they're starting to really like embrace the internet and all its capabilities, and so that's kind of what we're seeing here. And I feel like I feel like the really big start of it, where the older generation started coming into it as well, was the pandemic. And I feel like, you know, with the first Olympics, people were just kind of like figuring out what was what. But with the real boom of TikTok through like 2021, 2022, after this first Olympics, people now, it's
That's
fully
kind of how
integrated
it
into their
was
lives.
for me too. Like just in general, it's like I didn't even like. I know TikTok came out in like 2017 or whatever, but I didn't even know it existed till like the pandemic.
Yeah. So
Like nobody talked about TikTok, and then COVID hits, and like TikTok is all of a sudden like a big thing, and I'm like, what?
yeah, so TikTok was originally Musically, which was founded in 2014.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So
I remember
was on-
everybody hated that app until it became
I
TikTok.
was on Musically, I think in like early high school, so like 26, so like middle school, high school, so like
I remember
2016,
like back then
2017.
everybody thought Musically was so cringe.
Yeah, and then I like
They
deleted the app.
rebranded and everybody
Yeah.
thought it'd be horrible, and then it like
It popped
exploded.
off. Yeah, so Musically, it was Musically from 2014 to 2017, then ByteDance from 2017 to 2018, and then TikTok to 2018 present. So I joined TikTok in like 2019, I think. Like around my beginning of my junior year of high school, like right before the pandemic. I joined TikTok, and I feel like, oh,
2019 was your
I love
junior
you.
year of high school. I was already out of there.
Yeah.
I was in college in 2019.
Um. But so I feel like everyone just kind of like now has embraced the internet and all its capabilities. So now we're finally seeing it in big events like the the Olympics, where the whole world is involved in it, um, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
All
But
I'm saying is the thing that I say you probably shouldn't look at it on the podcast, but just look at like the quote tweets and the replies of what I say.
okay.
I saw that and I was like,
that's that's hilarious. Um, but I think we're gonna call it here, guys. I am gonna go eat my lunch and thank
Yeah, I
Riss
need
for
to get
making
some
me
food too,
some
bro.
food, and then I gotta go do a bunch of stuff. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Climb Together podcast. We appreciate you. We are back. Every Wednesday, 12 p.m. EST. Just signed up for classes yesterday, and we are good to go. I'm continuing that through the semester. And I'll make sure to let my boss know not to schedule me. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys follow the streams. We stream this live every Wednesday, 12 p.m. EST. If you guys are watching this live, we upload this at 4 p.m. EST the same day onto YouTube. So if you guys, missed parts of it, wanted to catch the whole thing, go check it out there. It'll be on my YouTube channel, Tonish Corp. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on there and like the podcast. Watch some other ones too. We've got all of them uploaded on there. So make sure to give those a watch. But thank you guys so much for watching. Reception say bye.
bye.
See you guys next time. Peace.